Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. I'm going to talk about how to be whole as a single woman while desiring marriage. The first one is trusting God's timing. Be content and whole and happy now. This present time. God's in control. Trusting God's timing. You don't have to be scared and worried and frustrated. God has everything under His control. The second one is put God first and don't idolize marriage. God comes first. Sometimes you feel like you want to take things into your own hands and you're idolizing the obsession of a marriage and being desperate. But, when you put God first, when you have a relationship with God, and you get strengthened by God, and you're reading His Word, you're worshipping, when you start to put God first, a marriage becomes a desire, not something that you're desperate for, not something you want to rush into. The third one is prepare. Prepare yourself and work on your character. Work on your home, like do homemaking. You need to be more patient. You have to be patient in marriage. Work on your emotional intelligence and having self-awareness. You can't be prideful. It's not all about you. You have to be selfless. And, when you have a good character, when you're kind and you're caring and patient, those are good traits. And the fourth one is it's a work on your purpose. What is your assignment on this earth? What has God called you to do? Work on your assignment. Focus on what God has called you to do, and work on yourself, work on your purpose, and have fun, and do your thing, and because when your husband comes, you don't want to be wishing you had the time to work on yourself, work on your businesses, and you have more time to just focus on what you want to do. The fifth one is seek healing and seek wise counsel. Is there some issues in the past that you're not over? Is there trauma? You've been through abuse, or there's something in your past that you're not over? It's so important to get some counselling, to get therapy, and to, get deliverance. Work on your healing. You want to be healed. You don't want to wait. You don't want to be a burden to your husband. So it's so important to get your healing. The sixth one is be confident. Embrace your uniqueness. Some girls out there trying to be somebody they're not, trying to impress a man, but be yourself, because eventually when you get married, he's gonna wonder who this woman is. If you're being fake, if you're being fake and you're just performing and you have false humility and you're acting different, you're just trying to be somebody else. Eventually he's gonna realize you're not who you say you are. So be your authentic self. Be real. You don't have to try to get a guy to like you. He should like you for who you are. You shouldn't have to put on this different character and just put on a show. Just be yourself and be confident and have boundaries, set boundaries, and the real man will appreciate your boundaries. He will not mock you for having boundaries. Just be yourself. The seventh one is don't be desperate. Don't ignore red flags. When you're desperate, you try to read into things. A guy's giving you hot and cold behavior, and you're forcing it, and you're forcing him to like you. But you don't have to be desperate. If a guy's giving you red flags, or he's not respecting your boundaries, he's laughing at your boundaries, or he's just playing mind games with you. You could still be happy. You love your life. Make sure your life is full of, joy and peace and passion. So if he starts acting funny or distant, you don't panic. Don't be desperate. Don't panic if a guy starts giving you hot and cold behavior. Just be happy that he's showing you signs he's not ready, instead of you being desperate and you being angry and frustrated. Just focus on what God has called you to do, and always be discerning, always be praying and reading the Bible and seeking wisdom. Don't go back and forth and trying to figure out what's going on and trying to force him to like you. Just talk to God about any frustration you feel. And the eighth one is You know, you got to be selfless. You got to be humble and be submissive. Just remember that. You know, marriage is not all about the wedding. You know, you have to be submissive. You have to be humble. You have to compromise. You know, you have to ask yourself, are you ready to be humble? Are you ready to compromise? Are you ready to, you know, to be a homemaker, to sacrifice is a lot of, it's hard work, it's consistent, and you know, it's so important to know that what you sign up for. um the ninth one is, you know, working yourself physically, you know, working out, being healthy eating, going to the gym, going for a walk, exercising your body, you know, journaling, you know, just talking to God about your issues and be honest, having intimacy with God. You know, it's so important to be healthy emotionally, mentally, spiritually and physically. So, you know, really work on yourself. And the 10th one is, you know, just be social, you know, go out, have fun, be authentic, and, you know, socialize, network, have fun, go to events you love, go to places that you love to go to, and just be yourself. You don't have to be desperate, you can have fun. You don't have to be locked up at home and worried and feel down because you're single. Just have fun, go out, have fun, and do things you love doing. Hope that helped. If you need any counseling or coaching or prayer requests or anything else, email me. Thank you for listening.